Welcome back to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky show. So you know the story. We were on the radio together. We did a breakfast radio show. We got the sack. So what did? We got on a plane to Majorca to see what the heck we were going to do with our lives. And we got very drunk and we decided to start this podcast.
We are now sponsored by East Midlands Airport, RedBrik Estate Agents and Ye Olde Hotel and Spa. And at this very moment, we are gifted by TUI because we are sat
I actually can't.
on a plane high up in the sky. I think we're going 600 miles an hour because there's a great tailwind, the pilots just said. We're on our way to Majorca and we're on a plane.
I can't even comprehend what's going on right now. So we are sat on a TUI flight. Like Laura said, we're going to Majorca, where it all began a year ago. We are in seats 2A and 2B, and we have got a giant bottle of Prosecco in front of us. I mean, the flight is only 1 hour 50, right? And we've got a giant bottle of Prosecco. This is excessive.
I mean, well, I don't even actually really know where to start. I cannot believe that just over a year ago, we'd flown to Majorca, kind of thought about starting a podcast. Never ever would we have said, oh yeah, this time next year we're going to come back and it's going to be gifted. Like,
never in a million years.
Like, no, maybe we were like we're going to do a pod and it's going to be successful. We're going to try really hard and we're going to be consistent and all of that. But the fact, a year on, we are up in the air on a plane. With complimentary drinks, by the way. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Pringles. Let's not forget the Pringles.
Oh, yeah, you've got to have Pringles.
You have to have Pringles on a flight. Wherever you're going, you have to have Pringles. We're in a state of kind of shock. Like, we actually haven't told anybody about this either.
Nobody knows we're on this plane apart from my husband and my children.
My child doesn't even know. My mate Dave knows, and that's it.
Yeah, we haven't told. We've kind of gone a bit quiet on our social media because basically when we were in Majorca last year, we did a photo of us both, and that's when we kind of announced that we got sacked and we'd just flown to Majorca. So the fact that we're kind of like coming back, we wanted to surprise people, so nobody knows this is happening until tomorrow morning.
And by the way, we have nearly put our foot in it and mentioned to people that we're going to Majorca so many times. So Laura and I both had our hair done on the same day, didn't we? On Friday. Obviously, because we were coming to Majorca, we wanted to get our hair done beforehand. And both of our hairdressers were like, do you know anything nice at the weekend? And we were both like, no, just having a chilled one. And we both were so nervous about this lie that we were going to Majorca. We both knew, obviously, we were coming to Majorca, but we didn't tell anybody. So the fact we've managed to keep this secret is actually unbelievable.
So I think the first thing we need to start with is saying a massive, I mean, how do you thank TUI for doing this for us too? But they've done it. They've gifted us not only the flights, but we've also got accommodation for 3 nights in Majorca.
Private transfers.
Don't forget that. Complimentary drinks on the plane. And I don't know, like, I think TUI are all about happiness at the moment. We've seen Ant and Dec. Right, so
we need to talk about this.
Let's talk about this.
Because you've got a history with Ant and Dec. So
yeah.
You were literally like, oh my God, when you saw this.
Yeah, so I think they released at the news, maybe like Wednesday, I think, that they are the new happiness ambassadors for TUI, right? Makes sense, yeah? You can't get more happier than Ant and Dec.
Who doesn't love Ant and Dec?
Who doesn't love them? So obviously I was on their Saturday night takeaway show. And
how many years ago was that?
So it's 2013.
Okay.
I was like proper on stage with them, got surprised. They sent me to Paris. I've hugged Dec. I mean, he did say I gave really good hugs. So
FYI. Putting it out there.
So the fact that they're the happiness ambassadors, and it was so funny. So I messaged you going, do you think they'll be at the airport?
So Amy from TUI said to us, when we arrive in Majorca, we need to go and find the TUI rep, and they will then point us in the direction of our private transfers. But Laura's convinced
it's going to be Ant
and Dec.
Dressed up as TUI reps.
Yeah, she said, it's not, no, it's too much of a coincidence. It is not going to be a TUI rep. It's going to be Ant and Dec, mate. It's going to be Ant and Dec driving us to our hotel. So we're on the plane now. We don't know whether that's going to happen or not. We're gonna let you know.
Listen, even if it doesn't, don't worry. But that would be fun. I'd be like, all right, Dec, all right, Ant.
Remember me?
They'll be like, no, I don't remember you at all. I'd get my phone out, show them the videos. But anyway, suffice to say, we're very happy.
We're so happy. We need to talk as well, don't we, about East Midlands Airport, who obviously have been a lovely sponsor of ours for the last few months. And we have spent a lot of time, haven't we, at East Midlands Airport, like a ridiculous amount of time. We've done our pod live there, we've done an influencer event there.
We've been up the tower.
We've been up the tower.
We've been down the runway in a minibus.
There is nowhere we haven't been.
Our
at East
posters
Midlands
are.
Airport.
You can't escape us when we're not there. Our posters are up.
Yeah.
We've got a great relationship with them. They're just great. So the fact we've worked up there, we've been there a lot, but we've never.
Oh, hold on, guys.
Drinks and snack service. If anyone would like to purchase any more drinks for the remainder of the flight, could you please stop the trolleys as they make their way back to the galley area?
I think we're all right.
Lord, do you think it'd be excessive to get another bottle of Prosecco?
I think this
do you think Amy at 2 would be like, they ordered how many bottles of Prosecco on the flight? It was a 2-hour flight. How many bottles?
So we've been to East Midlands Airport a lot, but we've always wanted to kind of get on a plane. And the first time we went there, Johan was like, can you bring your passports? And we're like, is that because you're putting us on a plane, Johan? It really wasn't.
But we really thought that he might actually put us on a flight. But it didn't happen.
So it was just so weird being there and checking in and going through security, which, by the way, no queues. We were through there in, 4 minutes?
Yeah, can we just talk about how easy that was today? Because, literally, we are not even saying this because we're sponsored by East Midlands Airport. We are genuinely saying, we were talking to each other when we were like, oh my God, this is so, stress-free.
Yeah.
There were no queues. The staff were so friendly. What about the guy, by the way, who checked in our banner, which we will talk about in a little bit? How nice was he, by the way?
Well, he was just delightful. Well, everyone's always nice at East Midlands Airport. It's a small airport, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like your Gatwick or your Heathrow. It's very straightforward, which is what I like about that airport. It's hassle-free.
It's hassle-free, but also it's kind of like it feels, and this isn't just for us, I don't think, it feels like a bit of a family.
Yes.
There, doesn't it?
Are we part of that family?
I think we are.
So obviously TUI fly, we've got loads of flights from East Midlands Airport. So we obviously spoke to Johan about the possibility of being able to speak to someone from TUI. He put us in touch with them. And
Thank you, Johan.
We do talk about this on our main pod. So if you want to kind of hear more of the story about how this came about, have a listen to our pod that we put out this morning.
Yeah.
Because this is like a special pod. So we basically kind of got to the airport, and all we keep saying to each other is, mate, can you believe this, mate? Can you actually believe this, mate? Can you believe this is happening?
We're having like a continuous moment, aren't we? Like we actually can't believe that this is actually happening. That is our reality at the moment.
So we've brought all our gear. We're doing the pod live from Majorca, so we've brought our mics. We brought our.
Hey, look, there's our friend there.
Yeah, our mixing
we made some
desk.
friends in the lounge, didn't we? That were on the flight with us. They're just queuing up for the toilet, aren't they? As you do on a flight.
We've got our luggage. We've got all our stuff with us. We've even brought the banner.
So we debated this, didn't we? So we were having conversations last week. We're like, is it going to be a complete pain? Oh, there's our friend again. Hello, you all right? She shouldn't say hello to me.
No, she's
How
ignoring you.
You know, Laura's pouring more Prosecco. So we were having discussions. We're like, is it going to be a complete pain to take our pull-up banner to Majorca with us? We're like, yeah, it probably will be, but how good would it be to have our banner in Majorca? So we were like, we're going to make the effort, we're going to take it with us. So we brought it to the airport today. It was an absolute effort lugging that thing around East Mids Airport, wasn't it?
So when we were going like back and forth on the queue, Becky had the banner. So I said to her, if anyone asks you what that is, don't say it's a banner.
Yeah.
Say you're a professional fisherman or fisherwoman. And also
Fisher them?
Or fisher them. And or maybe I did say you could be a pole dancer.
Well, we did see quite a few people were looking at it. So in the queue, like a lot of people were eyeing up the banner that I was going, because obviously you can't tell what it is. It's all packaged up.
So then the guy in front of us asked us what it was. So you straight away went, oh, it's a fishing rod.
I said, I'm off to the fishing championships in Majorca. He believed me, didn't he? He fell for it, hook, line and sinker, mate. Excuse the pun. He was like, oh, right, because you're good at fishing. I went, I'm the best.
And then I said, she's only joking, it's actually a pole. To which he then started to tell us that his daughter is learning to do pole dancing, but for strength.
And for fitness.
Yeah, not as an actual pole dancer.
No.
And that she wants him to put a pole up in the house, but he's not going to put it in the garage. I mean, there was a pole story.
Yeah, we got into a whole conversation about pole dancing and how good it is for you and blah, blah, blah. So then we thought, right, we're going to tell everyone a different story. Anyone who looks at our banner
Yeah.
or asks us what it is, we thought we're going to give them a different story. What was the other one? It was like
a pole vault.
A pole vault for like high jump. We didn't say that.
A bow and arrow.
Bow and
You're an
arrow.
archer.
So yeah, we had all these like stories, but then obviously after we checked in our normal cases with TUI, we then had to go to it's like the special place, isn't it, for like where people put pushchairs or like, you know, big heavy things they have to check in. So we went along and there was the most delightful guy, wasn't there?
Well, we kind of walked towards him, we're like, hiya, and he went, oh.
He started giggling, didn't he?
They all started laughing. Well, yeah, giggling. It wasn't laughing, it was like giggling.
And then we started giggling because they were giggling. We started giggling. We were all just giggling.
I was wondering what he was giggling at.
Nobody knew why we were all giggling, but we were giggling.
Anyway, so we got that checked in, and then we went to security, and that was quite funny. We didn't go through the normal security, but we went to the bit where the buggies go as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
You got a bit lost on your way in the queue.
Well, you know when there's no queue, but there's loads of like, what do you call them, barriers?
Yeah.
I always get confused. I think, do you need to walk around the barriers or can you just duck under? So I ducked under one, but I went the wrong way and I was back under the other one, and it was all just a bit all over the place.
Then we went straight through security. I mean, there was no queue. Straight through, and then headed to the lounge. Where we enjoyed.
Oh, no, hang on. We went to Joe Malone first.
Of course we did.
We spritzed ourselves with Joe Malone, which we thoroughly enjoyed.
You say spritzed, doused.
Yeah, all right. We went a bit OTT, and then we went to the lounge, which was just delightful. So obviously had a few drinks in there. So there was a little buffet, wasn't there? Who doesn't love a buffet?
Well, I piled my plate. I went back.
Mate, you look like you're at the Sunday carvery.
I like a buffet.
Yeah.
You know, when do you ever get to eat an egg mayo sandwich with a side of mac and cheese? You don't, do you?
When do you ever get to eat a potato salad with cheese and biscuits?
You don't.
You don't.
Apart from when you're in the lounge at Eastmid's Airport. So now, obviously, we've boarded. We were the last to board, by the way. Love that.
I don't understand why people stand in queue when, like, you've got your seats allocated anyway.
Yeah.
Why would you stand in a queue?
I think they want to get people on the plane, but I always it's a little bit of a game I like to play.
Yeah.
See if I can be, because I'm fun like that. Hey guys.
You are wild.
I am F-U-N.
You really are.
And now here we are on the plane. We're actually, there's Sue, the lovely Sue, who is the cabin crew here.
She was the one who gave us our bottle of Prosecco.
Yes, and we're going to talk to Emma just about kind of life on a plane.
Yeah.
See if she's got any stories.
Emma's at the other end because we're right at the front. I think Emma's right at the back.
Right.
We haven't seen her, but yes.
European Union, please advise we can offer you the sale of cigarettes and tobacco. The crew will be passing through the cabin with our prices. As you'll see, there's some fantastic savings to be had compared to the UK high street. Prices start at just £55 for 200 cigarettes, which works out to approximately £5.50 per pack.
Bargain.
Compared to the high street price on average of £11. Because our products are made in the UK, they do have to comply with strict standards, and this guarantees the quality, unlike the products you may find in resort. Your choices include Mayfair, Lambert and Butler, Marlborough to name but a few, and tobacco brands include Amberleaf and Golden Virginia. We do carry a limited quantity of particular brands and a larger amount of others, so we do apologise in advance if your first choice is not available. Our bars are not stocked en route in Palma, so we would encourage you to purchase your goods at this time. This guarantees quantities, as they can't be guaranteed for your flight home. Once again, as we're now a cashless airline, we no longer accept cashless payments. However, we accept all major credit and debit cards, excluding American Express, Revolut, Monzo, Visa Electron. Payments can remain contactless with a limit of £50, and above this amount a PIN will be required. Please stop the cruise if passed through if you'd like a leaflet. Thank you.
I think that was Emma doing the announcement.
Oh.
Should we go get her?
Let's go get her. Okay, right, so we have with us the lovely Emma, the very colourful Emma, actually.
Thank you.
Hair's great too. In fact, you were going to go Emma's colour, weren't you?
Oh no,
Emma,
blonde looks lovely.
Well, do you know what? Because I never do anything with my hair, so I was going to use like a wash in, wash out copper colour. Yours looks great, but I chickened out. Yeah.
I think your colour's beautiful. A lovely caramel, I would describe that as. I'll tell you something though, red is the hardest to get right and the hardest to get rid of as well. So you've got to be committed. You've got to want to do it. So I think your colour beautiful. It suits you.
Thank you, Emma. I'll take it. Yeah,
We like
okay,
Emma.
I'll stay boring in the same colour.
I did not say boring, Con. That's on you. I think it looks lovely. That's all you, babe. Right, Emma. Let's find out more about Emma, shall we?
Oh, let's.
Okay, first of all, how long have you worked with TUI? So this is my 8th season flying with them. Yeah, and I've flown before previously for a different airline.
Okay.
Yeah. Favourite destination? Oh, goodness. To stay over or just as to work as there and back? Stay over.
Yeah.
The Maldives was pretty special. That's a beautiful place. But I do like doing Croatia's. They're nice, lovely passengers. It's that cruise route as well, so they're very nice flights to work. Nice time of the morning as well, so lovely.
Obviously, we are on a flight to Majorca. We love Majorca. Where would you recommend going in Palma? Because
Do you know Majorca? She's just presuming that you know. I love that. Do you know anywhere in Palma? I've never stayed in Palma, but I have stayed in Majorca, more of the touristy places. But I know the marina's lovely in Palma, so straight down there, get yourself a jug of sangria, some tapas. Thanks very much for coming, lovely.
that's what we'll do.
Yes.
Can we just describe where we are, by the way, at the moment? So we are stood, you know where like the toilets are on a flight and the emergency exit? We're stood right by that. So Emma's kind of like drawn the curtain, but the curtain's been gone back open because people are coming into the toilet.
Constantly busy.
Obviously your colleagues are like bringing a trolley up as well, so it's like it's all going here, isn't it?
Absolutely. It never stops the whole flight, especially on quick flights as well. It's non-stop. So is this what you kind of wanted to do? Yes, I've tried lots of different things in my background, but I've always wanted to fly. I think because I went on many holidays when I was quite young, I was really lucky. And then you just see the girls and you're like, that's what I want to do. I want to wear that uniform. But I'm also a trainer for TUI as well. So I get to do a bit of training in the winter, which is great, especially the new initials as well. They're all excited to come on board. So yeah, I love it. That's so interesting, isn't it? Okay, so...
Oh, hang on, the drinks trolley's
Oh,
coming out,
right.
guys.
Yeah, are we in
Let's
the
move
way?
This way. Here we go.
Blimey.
Who's our pilot on this flight? I always like to know who's flying the plane.
So today we've got a captain, a lady captain called Captain Michelle.
Yes,
And
we are
girl
all
power.
about that.
All about the girl power. And then the first officer's called Dan.
Okay. And are people still allowed to go in and meet the pilot these days or not? Is that like a thing of the past? Remember like in the olden days? No, like, but like I remember when I was a kid, you used to be able to go in and like see the cockpit and meet the pilot.
Due to security, it's no longer permitted into flight, but we can do it on the ground if a passenger does request it. But yeah, that's just due to security reasons. So,
Law, should we do it when we land?
imagine being a pilot.
Honestly,
Imagine flying a plane.
I know, amazing.
Obviously, you're not going to be a nervous flyer.
No.
Were you ever? No, I don't think so. I think because I got introduced to it so young, so when I do see children on board, we always like trying to go the extra mile for them and really welcome them, because I think it just sows the seed then, it doesn't make them afraid. So I think I was quite young, so I've never really been afraid, because it was just always a joyous experience for me, going on your holidays and jumping in a pool and eating lots of ice cream. What else do you want?
And do you do long haul as well?
No, I have done long haul in the past with a previous airline. Obviously, our TUI airline offers long haul as well, but I haven't done it with us. But I have stayed over in certain places as well. Yeah.
Flight deck one more time.
That's the pilot.
Hang on, who's this guy?
We're just
It's the
about to start
pilot,
our
Officer
descent.
Dan.
First officer. The pilot's a woman.
We're starting down in about
Captain.
5 minutes.
Captain's a woman.
Captain Michelle,
The
yeah.
weather
Did
is
he just say 5 minutes?
Palma. It's a beautiful day. Currently
We landed
26
in 5
degrees.
minutes.
About 26 minutes.
Oh,
we're landing in 5 minutes, aren't we? Because we're sitting down, maybe that was okay. Emma would be just chatting to us.
Put bells on.
Sit down. Should be touching down in about half an hour.
Oh, lovely.
And then obviously taxiing in. Should be at the gate maybe in 35 minutes, something like that. Yeah, we thank you for flying with us. We hope you enjoyed the flight, and we really hope you enjoy your stay in Palma. Thanks.
He's got a lovely voice.
Yeah, could we meet him, please? Could we get into the cockpit and meet him, please?
I'm
Could
sure
you
it
sort
can
that
be
for us, Emma?
arranged.
That would
It would make us
that'd
very
be
happy.
delightful. Yeah. Thank you, Emma.
I think they'd love it.
I mean, Emma, it's been so nice to speak
And
to
you.
you. Yeah, in this,
Pleasure.
near the emergency exit.
I know, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. You look wonderful. Oh, thank you. Absolute pleasure to have you on board. Have a lovely time in Palma. Enjoy yourself. So, this is a fast flight, isn't it? Like we're nearly there. I think we're descending. Nearly.
We are. We've had our bottle of Prosecco. It's been an amazing flight.
Delightful.
Yeah, the cabin crew have been amazing.
Do you know what I'm
here's Sue.
most looking forward to? You know, when they open the plane doors
And you feel
know,
that
if you're not in a
heat.
tunnel and you feel the heat. Is there any better feeling?
There's no better feeling. Also, we're hoping to see Ant and Dec, obviously.
Well, I'll be interested to see if they're waiting.
Yeah, I think they might
I imagine they're going to have one of those like little glitter cannons that they're going to go.
We are excited. So listen, we better go because actually we've been told to put our seatbelts on. We're descending. We are so excited, and we are going to keep you updated from Majorca. In fact, follow us on our Instagram.
Follow Tui as well.
Yes, at the Laura and Becky Show, at Becky Hayes UK, at Laura Summers Lifestyle, and Tui as well.
And we are going to be, in Majorca for the next few days.
Guys, we can't believe it. We actually can't believe it.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
No.
I can't believe it.
No.
Can you believe it? No one's going to believe it.
I know. Right, we've been told to put our phones down. Bye, guys.